What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. In this one, we're talking about the NBA for Wednesday, May 1st. In this video, we have 5 picks for you guys to consider on Prize Picks and Underdog in this one. So stay tuned to hear all 5 of the picks. If you guys want more picks, we do give out more picks in the private Discord. I give out more in the NBA, MLB, and NHL. We also have 5 plus other cappers in here giving out picks. It's less than $1 per day. You can see the picks gave out yesterday. Gave out 4 additional NBA picks. All 4 hit. And actually on Underdog, if you count Wendell Carter, this one hit as well. Gary Harris, hopefully it will get rebooted because he got injured. But you could see with the Taco hit on that 3-pick slip and a 2-pick from those extra picks I give out in the Discord. Some of the other cappers putting together some nice slips and hits over here in their private channels. Some big wins. Juice from the private Discord hit a massive 6-leg parlay here in the NBA with some of our picks. Sir Radrick Davis hitting, another one of our cappers. Some massive hits from Drewski from the private Discord on Underdog and Prize Picks as well. So definitely get in here, check it out. Lock in for the NBA playoffs. We got MLB and NHL going, as well as PGA. It's less than $1 per day to get access to a ton more picks. You guys saw all the hits and the extra picks we give out there from the 5 plus cappers in the private Discord. So definitely check it out. It'll be top of the description and the pinned comment. Let's get into this one. The first pick I'm going to go with is in this early game. I'm going to go to Tyler Hero under on his 5.5 assists. He had just one massive assist game in this series. I do think back home in Boston, the Heat are really going to struggle in this one after, winning one game, and the last one they played somewhat competitively, but still didn't look too good. I think that they're going to get blown out. 6 assists is just going to be a lot for Hero in this spot here. Taking a look at Hero over on Outlier, which is a tool I use every single day for player props. Data on them, it's really cool. I'll be using it through this video in a few different ways here that you can check out. And they do have a free 7-day trial if you use that link that's down in the description. On the assists on the season, over 5.5. He's only hit this 35% of the time. Obviously, things definitely are changing here in the playoffs, but in the playoffs, 4 last game, 2 the game before that, 14 the game before that when they were just knocking down all the threes in all the land. Game before that, 4. So he needs 6 here. I'm not seeing it happen. I think they're going to really get shut down in this game again, and it's not going to be a close one back home in Boston. So for Hero, just not one he's hit a lot. Had one really big assist game when they were hitting every single 3. Besides that, they've really struggled actually shooting the ball in this series. Just kind of an insane game in that one. So going to Hero on the under for the first pick. Something you can do here, I don't think it really matters much statistically or the data, but you can look at games without certain players. So Hawkes is out, and then this changes to just 1 of 6, a 17% hit rate for Hero on the season. But I don't think Hawkes really affects him that much, but just a really cool thing you can do on Outlier. So check out that free trial. You'll see some other cool stuff you can do as well. We're going to lock in Hero on the under. Then we're going to go to the Celtics. We're going to go to Al Horford. We're taking him over on the points here. The rebounds at 7.5 I think is too much. Obviously, Porzingis is out. This is where we'll actually use this effectively, in my opinion, on Outlier, is looking at games without Porzingis. So on the season, he's only hit over 9.5 points 35% of the time, but he's only averaging 26.7 minutes on the season. We can look at games without Porzingis. It's a huge difference this year. 58% hit rate without Porzingis, and the minutes bump up to over 30 per game. So he's going to play probably over 30 in this one again. And we can also look at the minutes chart. So when he does play at least 28 minutes or more this season, he's hit this 56% of the time. Also cool over here on the top right, line movement. This one opened to 10.5. Already down to 9.5, so getting a better deal here a little bit for Horford on the points at 9.5. So liking him for the second pick in this one. For the third pick, we're actually going to come over to Oddsjam. Definitely a really cool site here to find the top value picks on Prize Picks, Underdog, and player prop sites like that. So basically how it works is they give you their percent chance to hit based on, you can see FanDuel minus 144. The sportsbook I think has the sharpest odds. Pinnacle has it at minus 158 to hit. And this is under 11.5 boards for Bam Adebayo. another minus 144. I think that's Bovada. No, it's Bet Online. So that's how they come up with their percent chance to hit. Great tool for using the top value, finding the top value. I definitely recommend their free trial as well. That's linked down below. You also get 25% off if you want to continue after that with using that link. So might as well use it. And we're going to come back to Bam here under 11.5 boards. Just a really high line. I know he went absolutely crazy last game with the boards. I think he finished with was it 19 rebounds? I guess we could see here real quick in a second on Outlier, but just had a massive rebounding game in the last one. Definitely an outlier in this series. It was 17 boards. In the game before that, he had 9, before that 10, before 6, and then I guess the play-in game he had 4. So on the season, a 34% hit rate. Obviously, he's going to play insane minutes if this one's close. If it's not close, I don't think he does play insane minutes, but he probably will play like close to 40 if this one is even remotely close, like within 15 points. So we can look at games where he's played at least 38, let's give him. It's still only a 40% hit rate, so it doesn't change that much with the minutes. Interestingly, and there's only 15 games for this sample size, but still, I'm going to go to Bam on the under. That one is from OddsJam. Definitely check them out, that free trial, to find the top value picks based on what these other sportsbooks have the lines set at compared to Prizepicks Underdog. So you will notice that there are no lines up for the Mavericks-Clippers game, and it is 2 a.m. on the East Coast on Wednesday. So kind of crazy, but Underdog does have them. So we're going to go over to Underdog for these last 2 picks for the Clippers and the Mavericks. We're going to go here, Kyrie, just over on the 25.5 points. Kyrie's been playing really well, playing better than Luka in this series and being more aggressive scoring the ball than Luka. So I'm going to continue Kyrie to go off in this one. You know, he's just been having some great games, so I'm liking Kyrie. It's not too far above his average probably and his season hit rate, but in the playoffs, all those things get elevated as well. So when we are looking at some of these lines on Outlier here and the hit rate, at 50%, the playoffs, they're playing a ton of minutes if these games are even remotely close compared to the regular season. Like last game, their season average is 35. Last game, he played almost 45 minutes. And another game this series, he played 42. So the minutes are way up there. So the scoring and basically all the other stats are going to be up as well. So we can come over here and give him 37 minutes or more. And then he's an 81% hit rate on this one on the season. But I just think he's been playing extremely well in this series. He had 40 points in the last game, another game with 31. I think he's going to be in for a big game. Again in this one, being more aggressive scoring the ball than Luka, which we definitely like to see because sometimes Luka really takes over. I think it's going to be another Kyrie game. In this one, liking him on the over this, exactly 50% hit rate, but you saw with the increase of minutes that he does better. And actually games with Luka, I'm expecting a slight hit. Yeah, only a 3% hit with games with Luka, though. So not a huge hit either there. So actually, we got to go back to Underdog, not Prizepicks, for that 25.5. Then we're going to go to Paul George. And this is where I say my Prizepicks is tweaking out. I don't know why all these pop-ups always happen. But for Paul George, we're going to go over on his rebounds plus assists in this one. I was liking the rebounds at 6, but I also like him on the assists. He doesn't have a straight assist line. And, if he can get that 6 rebounds, which is actually at a 0.9 multiplier, so they do like it to hit the 6, he only needs 5 assists in this spot here. And no Kawhi Leonard. I think this is a smash spot, a smash line for Paul George, the 10.5 assists here. So I'm going to be going to the over on Paul George on the rebounds plus assist here. And that's over on Underdog, which you could sign up for Underdog, get some free deposit money if you use that link down below in the description. But we can look at Paul George here. Not one that he's going to be hitting a lot. A 31% hit rate. Last game, 8 assists, 6 boards. But we can actually toggle back to last season. Paul George hit this at a 55% rate, and games without Kawhi, he's going to have an increased role in this one. But I'm liking him. Him and Harden are basically going to be handling the ball all game. They have not been giving it up without Leonard out there. So I'm liking Paul George on the over for this one. We could maybe see this drop down to like 9.5. You could see the line moving. Opened at 10.5, went to 9.5, 10.5, 10, 10.5. So 10.5 is the highest it's been right now. I still like it there, but it could drop down. So remember that. But liking Paul George, I think a smash spot here in this matchup. He's just going to have to do it all, play massive minutes. So we're going to go to Paul George there. And if you guys want more picks, like I said, we do give them out in the private Discord here. I gave out 4 more NBA prize picks. All 4 hit, and the underdog looked good except for Gary Harris. I think got rebooted because of that injury. But you can see with the taco, hit a 3 for 3 and a 2 for 2. Number one of our cappers hitting a nice slip. Some huge wins over here. A 6-leg parlay hit for Juice, one of the private Discord members. Another slip hit here for a capper. And then Drewski hitting a ton of slips on underdog and prize picks. So definitely check out the private Discord. It's less than $1 per day for all those more picks. You saw all the big hits. So we'll see you over in the Discord, and subscribe to the channel.